Guys, this is the first full-length video that I posted in 2 years because we finally reached 200 subscribers. Today we are going to be exploring what these videos are going to look like, what the full book reviews are going to look like, what I'm going to discuss, what you guys like, what segments you like, what segments you don't like. You can give all the feedback you want in the comments and add some suggestions for what I should talk about in these full book reviews and what books you want me to review. Because if I've already read the book, I will review it quickly. If I haven't, I'll put it on my list and I'll review it as soon as I read it. Before we get into the book review, the first thing that I want to talk about is our subscriber milestones. So right now, we just hit 200 subscribers. So the thing that we're going to be doing to celebrate that is I'm going to be posting full book reviews on every single book that I read or books that I've read in the past that you guys want me to review. That's what we're going to do since I hit 200. Once we hit 250, I will read a book a day for a week, and I'll do a vlog on that. So if you want to see that, let's get to 250 subs. At 300, I'm going to read a book a day for a month, 30 days. If you want to see that, 100 of you have to subscribe. At 350 subscribers, I'm going to be going to every single library in my county. So that will be really cool. I can review every single one. If you guys are like in the Minneapolis metro area, then you can find out which one's the best. Because I'll like review every single one in a vlog. It'll be pretty cool. At 400 subscribers, I'm going to reveal the top 50 books that I've ever read in my entire life. I'm going to do a gigantic list, and that'd be really fun and a really long video. So if you want to see that, then get us to 400 subs. 450, I'm going to explain my process when it comes to annotating books, which is not super interesting, but 450 is like kind of a random number, and I'm really focused on the 500 milestone. If we get to 500 subscribers, I will create a Goodreads community, and all of us can like connect on there because I think that'd be really fun and really cool and really cute. So if you want to follow me on Goodreads, the link will be in the description, so you can go do that. And yeah, we can just kind of connect on there, and I'll probably accept whatever friend requests there are down there. If you like comment your Goodreads username and say I sent you a request, then I will accept it, and I'll be like, hey, you're from YouTube, so we can chat, we can look at each other's reviews. It'd just be fun. And then 500 subs, we start a full community for it. So those are the milestones that I have planned right now, and once we reach like 500, I'll have to plan more milestone ideas for what we're gonna do. So yeah, that'd be pretty exciting. Also, comment any suggestions for subscriber milestones, either like smaller ones like for every 25, because for here I did every 50. So if you have like smaller suggestions, we could do that. Or if you have any for like when I reach 1,000 subscribers, like something really big, then you could also do that. So I picked the first book for me to review on this channel. I picked The Outsiders by S.E. Hinton because this is my favorite book of all time, and it just feels fitting for this to be the first full book review on the channel. Also, it's really cool because this is my 250th video, and it's kind of cool that like my 250th video is like the first full book review and like my favorite book. It's just a really cool even number. So I really think that's cool. Yeah, and now we're gonna review The Outsiders. I'm gonna try to figure out what segments to do. If you like any specific segments, then comment and tell me to keep them. If you think that segments are unnecessary, then I can boot them out of here and we're never gonna do them again. So yeah, The Outsiders by S.E. Hinton, full book review. Let's do it. So for the reviews, I've come up with all the different sections for the review. So first we're going to read out the synopsis, and then I'm going to read out my Goodreads review for the book. Then we're going to talk about the length of the book, the chapter length of the book, my favorite character, my least favorite character, whether I recommend the book or not, a review of the movie if the book has a movie or show, how much do I think about it in my daily life is the last one. So let's get started. Let's reread the synopsis of the book. So, a heroic story of friendship and belonging. No one ever said life was easy, but Ponyboy is pretty sure he's got things figured out. He knows that he can count on his brothers, Derry and Soda Pop, and he knows he can count on his friends, true friends who would do anything for him, like Johnny and Two-Bit. And when it comes to the Socs, a vicious gang of rich kids who enjoy beating up on the greasers like him and his friends, he knows that he can count on them for trouble. But one night someone takes things too far, and Ponyboy's world is turned upside down. Synopsis of the book, if like it interests any of you in reading the book. Also, I can't guarantee that this is going to be a spoiler-free review. While I edit this, I'm probably going to put a spoiler warning in some places. So if you're sensitive to spoilers and don't want them, then hopefully you'll be safe with that. I don't really know. Now I'm going to read out my Goodreads review for the book. So I rated it 5 stars, and this is the review. This is the first book that I've read for school that I've actually enjoyed. But it's more than that. This is arguably the best thing I've read in my entire life, and that says a lot considering the fact that I spend most of my life reading. This book was written by S.E. Hinton when she was my age, 14, and she managed to get a book published, which is my dream. The book was inspirational for me as a young author and for me as a person. I don't think I've ever been more invested in characters as I was with these ones. It's sad that I won't be able to read it again for the first time. This book was, in a word, unforgettable. And I'm very grateful that my school chose this book for 8th graders instead of something dumb. I'll always remember the days that I read this book for the first time. So I read this in December of 8th grade. I'm going into 9th grade in September now. And I've read it 3 times now, actually. But this is my review after I first finished it for the very first time. This is like the longest Goodreads review I've ever written. It's pretty long. So, yeah. Now we're going to talk about the book length. This is my copy of the book. It is the mass production, just standard copy that you'd find in a Barnes & Noble today. It's 180 pages, like the actual book, not including the acknowledgments or about the author or the, reading assistant things. The book itself is 180 pages. Length for a book for me. So it's a really quick read and it's a really amazing read, so I highly recommend it because it's short. It's like easy to get through. Like you just like whoop, done. So yeah. Chapters are 10 to 15 pages long, so that's like on like the comforting side, because if a chapter is like over 20 pages long, that's when I'm like, oh my god, that's a long chapter. But these chapters, like, they're not too short, they're not too long, they're very perfect, decent size, so it doesn't feel like you're taking giant bites out of it at a time or short bites. But small chapters can be good as well, but it's just really long ones that bother me personally. So these ones aren't super long, so that's a plus for me. It's my favorite character in the book. If anybody's read this, you know how heartbreaking it is. My favorite character is Dally/Dallas Winston. So, I just... The book boyfriend energy, this man... I don't even know. He's just perfect. I don't know how I'm gonna explain this. I can't explain it. He's just perfect. That's all I have to say. Read the book. See for yourself. As for my least favorite character, I don't really dislike any of the characters too much because, it's just a bunch of teenage boys, really, just, messing around and being idiots. Um, and, every single character I connected to in some way. But I will say the character that I connected the least with was Bob. He is, spoiler alert, skip ahead to this time. He's the murder victim of the book. So, he wasn't there for very long. So I can really connect with him because, like, he was dead pretty fast. So, recommend this book. 110% I recommend this book. The entire video I've just been like, go read this book. You'll understand. Go read it. Go read it, go read it, go read it. Because you should. This is like a book that I don't see on Book Talk enough. The Outsiders has a whole community on TikTok and on YouTube. It's just like not in the same community as Book Talk, which is stupid because the Book Talk girlies would love this. Because, like, it's a classic and it's beautiful and it's so incredibly amazing. I love it so much. So go read it, Book Talk. I want to see you recommending this. I want to like see your little videos where you like toss books off. I want this to be on there. Books I loved. I do that. Movie review. The Outsiders does have a movie, so we can review the movie. So let's get to that. Here's the movie. Got it right here in my hands. So first of all, the cast. Let's talk about the cast. This movie came out in 83, I believe. Matt Dillon, Patrick Swayze, Rob Lowe, Emilio Estevez, Tom Cruise, Ralph Macchio. Like, come on. Come on. Do you see this group? Do you see it? Do you really see it? That's incredible that you could get such an amazing cast. How big all those guys are. Like, seriously. That's insane. Other like besides C. Thomas Howell, who is literally plays the main character, nobody knows who he is. But like to be able to get all those 80s heartthrobs in the same movie is absolutely wild. The movie itself sticks to the book incredibly well. There are a couple small details that they change, but it's like none that bother you really. It's pretty much the same as the book, and I've watched it like 12, 13 times. And I just adore it so much. It's perfect. It is so well scripted and it's just incredible. So, think about this book in my daily life. I think about it every single day. There is not a day that goes by that I do not think about this. I love this. And it made me read all the, like, a ton of other books by S.E. Hinton. So if you want to see me review those, I will definitely do that. And that's it for the review. So much for watching my first full book review, and leave comments down below of what segments you liked, what segments you didn't like, and tell me what books I should review next. All right. Bye.